stand and take from a reading from the prayer and text this morning.
Let's pray. Our gracious God and Father in heaven, we pause now, Lord, to come before you, giving you thanks, praise, and honor for all the things that you do for us. Lord, we ask that you be with us here today, help us to make wise, good decisions for the betterment of this community and the people we serve. And Father, we would lift up to you those that are sick and suffering in the hospital. Especially, Father, remember our comrade, Commissioner Dent. This morning we understand he's suffering in the local hospital. So is our clerk. We ask that you would be with them. Now, Lord, as we go throughout this day, we ask all your blessings again on us, keep us safe, and keep us always mindful of the needs of others. For in Christ's name we ask it. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Number 3, approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion approved. Second.
And a motion by Commissioner Moody, second by Commissioner Page. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 4, the board to consider approval of roadway transfer agreement and supporting resolution between State of Florida Department of Transportation and Taylor County for Florida State Road 55. Since we have a resolution, it is a short resolution. Is there a motion to read this entire resolution?
Motion. Second.
We've got a motion by Commissioner Page, second by Commissioner Moody. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mr. Bishop?
Thank you. A resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Taylor County, Florida, authorizing the chairperson to sign the roadway transfer agreement between the State of Florida Department of Transportation and Taylor County, Florida. Whereas the Board has been requested by the City of Perry to execute this agreement, and whereas the Board has determined that it is in the best interest of the county, therefore it is hereby resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Taylor County that 1. The chairperson of the Board of County Commissioners of Taylor County, Florida is authorized to execute the roadway transfer agreement between the State of Florida Department of Transportation and Taylor County, Florida regarding State Road 55.
Thank you. I think first what I would like to do is ask our administrator, Ms. Henderson, if you would come forward and just for the public and everyone else to bring us up to date of exactly what's going on and how did we get to this point.
My understanding and my recollection of what has happened to date is that in September we brought a proposed agreement to the board regarding this transfer, and our attorney had some heartburn with some of the language because it involved a quick claim fee versus any other type of transfer. So at that meeting in September, Mr. Bishop contacted the city attorney, Mr. Curtis. They discussed the situation, and then sometime towards the end of September, from what I understand, DOT sent an amended agreement to Taylor Brown and also to Mr. Lakey. Now, what happened after that, I am not sure, but I cannot find in my emails where I was forwarded that agreement, and I'm not sure what happened at that point. But it appears that county staff may not have been copied on that agreement. So then, fast forward to November 19th, I believe, I received an email from Taylor Brown asking me for a status on this agreement. I reached out to Conrad, and we did some detective work and realized what had happened. see a letter, on your desk where he approves of the amended language and, has given us the, go-ahead to sign the agreement, if that's the will of the board. Now, the reason we have the resolution giving the chairperson the authority to sign is because simultaneously and independently, our engineer was working on some mile marker, corrections. And that is not in the meat of the agreement, but as the attached exhibit. I don't know if you recall, but during the meeting in September, we did bring up that there was some question about the mile markers, and that's for our benefit, to ensure, that we have a clear understanding of the property or the roadway that the county will, have ownership of and be responsible for. So, Thursday, I believe, I was forwarded an email, from DOT, and, that email stated that they had made all the corrections and they have forwarded to their legal department. We should receive, the go-ahead from DOT, hopefully maybe next week, the end of this week or next week. But we did not want to have to come back to the board again and say, okay, well, you know, we have more to add to this. It's strictly a mile marker clarification and correction, and that will be on one of the exhibits. So what we're asking for is if the board chooses to approve this agreement, that when we have everything in hand and engineering is satisfied and we know we have everything in front of us, that we ask the chair to sign on behalf of the board.
Okay, going back to the beginning, with your research, did you find where Mr. Lacy had received an email from Mr. Taylor Brown concerning this?
He received an email, it appears, he was copied on an email from DOT, and that's the email that Mr. Brown sent to me,
Okay.
in November, and that I forwarded to our county attorney.
Questions from the board?
I have some questions. For clarification, my understanding that the Board of County Commissioners is being asked to, by way of map, to give the entirety of Right Road to the state, to give them ownership of, and of course, maintenance, that includes the railroad. And that the Board of County Commissioners is being asked to take over the ownership of that part of, which I call Old 221, from Right Road south to the city limits.
Now, Kenneth, we would take ownership right to the south of the intersection.
Yeah,
Correct.
physically on the ground, it's the northern side of where Green Farm intersects. I wanted to take and exclude the entirety of the intersection so that if there were any maintenance responsibilities down the road, and DOT had to go in and address those, that there would not be an ownership overlap. So I wanted to pick up at the south gore. It was easier for them to back it up to that physical line on the ground at the northern Green Farm.
So it's going to be Green Farm Road,
That's correct.
south of that.
That's correct. It's about 3,200 feet or so.
Yeah.
And you got over 7,000 on Wright Road.
Where's Graves Drive in? Is it north of?
Just south.
It's south of Green Farm Road?
That's correct. Yeah, you got a couple of businesses that are business interests there, one church entrance,
Yeah.
several small residential driveways. You have some side drains, maybe one or two cross drains. You're getting rid of an abundance of residential driveways, a very large box culvert, a railroad crossing, 2 caution lights.
Mm-hmm.
From an infrastructure perspective and a maintenance responsibility, you're getting what you're having to assume versus what you're giving up. You're coming out almost 2 to 1.
That's my thing.
Not to
Now,
mention,
let me ask you one more question, and then I'll have my questions answered. There's concern that the addresses will change. So that's one particular business that I'm in. And he's contacted me, and he may have contacted the other commissioners. He's absolutely opposed to this. And his argument to me was that I do my advertising and I'm on Highway 221. Will he still have that same 911 address?
I don't think so, no, sir.
So his address is gonna change.
From
On
a,
the internet or whatever, it's gonna be different.
from a naming convention, obviously we couldn't keep the 221 designation if DOT is going to reroute that along what is now termed Wright Road.
What would we name it?
I was joking, it said Bebop Highway, but, my suggestion would be keep it Jefferson Street to avoid any confusion with a separate name. It would just be, you would have US 221 that would come down to Wright Road.
Yeah.
We would pick up Jefferson Street from that point southward. That way there's not just a small segment of something that's named differently. And it would be I guess it would be the lease owner, changing the name of an address from 221 to Jefferson Street. There's probably a local name on this thing anyway.
Well, I
can't think of that.
If anybody wants to grab a hamburger, they know where to find that,
I would think
on
so.
the internet. Yeah, or if it's a truck route, the truck's about past that. That's right.
They're supposed to, yes, sir.
But I just wanted to, make sure.
And the only last thing
The
the last thing I wanted to add was Wright Road, it hasn't been resurfaced since I've been here, since '99. And this section of highway was just resurfaced. Assuming they did it on a 20-year pavement cycle or even a 15, you can expect that you're going to have an investment made in Wright Road in the near future, whereas you won't have that same obligation for this section of road.
Oh, I agree with you, that's a win for us.
From a stewardship standpoint, I can't imagine you wouldn't do it.
I've answered my question.
So is your understanding then that, it'll be 221 up to Green Farm Road? And then from Green Farm?
I doubt it.
Jefferson Street.
What I truly think when you see it on the map is US 221 will come down and it will turn on Wright Road. We will have it named Jefferson up to that intersection.
All the way to Wright
There will
Road.
be a state portion and a county portion. No different than there's a county portion and a city portion. But just for map convenience, it'll probably start at the intersection.
And there'll be signs there to indicate that.
Absolutely.
Now, I'll ask one more question. The city will take ownership and maintenance from where we stop on 221 Green Farm Road, all the way through the city, by the courthouse.
That's right. That's right. The city will take ownership at the city limits down south through the town. Our responsibility is from the city limits north of Green Farm Road.
So our responsibility ends at the city limit, which is where the city's responsibility starts.
All right, so the city's gonna take responsibility at the north of the city limits,
Yes, sir.
to Hampton Springs Avenue.
That's what I understand.
That's your understanding, Mr. Brown? All right, who's gonna be responsible for the roads from Hampton Springs south?
That's totally DOT.
That's still gonna be Highway 221?
221, if you're heading south, as we're coming from Greenville, 221 is gonna turn on Wright Road.
Yeah.
221 will go to Wright Road to 19, turn south on 19, it'll come down to Hampton Springs, which is 27.
So Hampton Springs Avenue will be 221
And 27.
and 27.
Right,
And then 221 will turn south
right, correct.
to where it ends now.
Where it is now. And DOT has said that they will put signage up, as you're heading south on 221, as you get near the intersection of Wright Road, directing traffic to downtown Perry until we straight. So anybody wants to start other businesses or whatever, instead of, around the other way.
Now, who's gonna own the part of the road from Green Farm Road up to Wright Road?
DOT.
DOT will own that.
Yes, sir.
They'll maintain that.
Yes, sir.
One of the thoughts on addressing is you could make, and I don't think DOT would have an issue, but if you want to call it O 221.
That's what I thought. O 221?
If that was more palatable, those
Is that a big mortality for the citizens?
Sure would.
Suppose-
Working with 911, I would say no.
Pardon?
I said, working with the 911 addresses day in and day out, I would suggest that you extend Jefferson Street and keep it consistent.
It'd be simpler on us.
Absolutely.
But if we give us a little bit of input, he might be a little more happy. I agree with you, Jefferson Street. That's what we do it as.
We have a plethora of mistakes and differences of road names as it is.
So it sounds.
Don't write that
Will you
one.
come up, will you come up and talk to us? It sounds like.
I'm hoping
you know,
you'll
how-
talk
oh,
about
okay. So I think you are adamantly opposed. You would like to see it as Jefferson Street because of 911.
It would just be nice to have some consistency and logic in our naming practices, where when we have a street, you know, if you want to have a second designation that the guy wants, then fine. But from a infrastructure perspective, let's keep it the name of the street that it is. You have Jefferson Street, we don't want Jefferson Street, oh, it's suddenly changed now, run down the same highway 1 foot more, and now it's something different. It's not a logical intersection point where the roadway is changing.
What about this Jefferson Street underneath parentheses, 221?
That's fine.
That's okay with you?
From a 911 perspective, we're gonna call it Jefferson.
You're gonna call it Jefferson.
Yes, sir. If a business there wants to call it Old 221, then that's fine with
I
me.
don't see, but we, you know, if,
I don't have any issue with that.
I don't have any issue with it, as long as we keep the Jefferson.
It's a win-win situation for road saving goes, I say.
Yes, it is.
I
It
do,
is.
and you can't make your decisions based on the desires of one citizen. When you do that, you're messing up. All right.
Any more discussion?
Do you want to hear from the city about what their project is, or what they envision
Of course.
moving forward?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Just to, I know there may have been some possible changes in the project.
Yeah, we'd like to know.
Good morning.
Morning.
Taylor Brown, City Manager. First, I'd like to thank Luanda for her help. From the minute I first contacted her, she's been right on this. And I'd also like to give my gratitude for you for having a special meeting and giving this the attention and speedy resolution that we're looking for. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
My predecessor, Bob Brown, has been gracious enough to come this morning as well. This has really been a project that he spent a number of years marshaling and carrying it through this process. I've come in at the very last minute, and so I don't want to take any of the credit or glory or anything. And really, if there's an authority in the room about what's envisioned and what we hope to see, it's Bob. So in a moment, I'll ask him to come up and give you as much detail as you would like. For my part, I'll just give you an update as far as what my council has been telling me since I came on. The timing on this has, gotten difficult lately. When you have this many entities trying to, do something like this, of course it's going to be complex, and of course there'll be little bumps in the road. And it's been further complicated on our side because much of what we want to do is grant funded, and so there are deadlines to deal with that. And then because balconies are envisioned for some of the buildings downtown, that steel is a big component of that, and so we've also had to deal with fluctuating prices in steel with the trade war that's going on with China. So there's just a lot of moving parts with this. My council, I believe, is still committed to the project. Our timeline maybe is going to slow down a little bit as we will now have to go rebid and deal with whatever changes are going to occur in steel pricing. So how much of the project we bite off at a time may change, but I believe that there's still great support to do the project. So with that, I'll ask Bob to come up and of course answer any questions you may have of me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all. This project started in about 2011, 2012, when the city commissioned a a downtown revitalization study. And, it had several components. The two biggest components turned out to be Rosehead Park and, making downtown, appear better, make it more walkable, pedestrian friendly. In a way, it's kind of an economic development project. There's some other smaller parts of it that stretch the sidewalk around that type of thing. But anyway, so this part of it, in the beginning, kind of the, canopy over O'Quinn's, when we walk around architects, when we were doing RFQs for architects and trying to get ideas. It was in the middle of summer and we were walking around downtown, having to walk under the O'Quinn canopy, it was about 15 degrees cooler. And it was like, wow, wouldn't this be great if we did this all over? You know, keep that people out of the rain, the heat, that type of thing. So anyway, that evolved into, what we call a hard-built, canopies, sort of like O'Quinn's on basically one-story buildings. And most two-story buildings in the central business district are envisioned to have balconies, which are usable by the business owners if they choose to. But the supports for the balconies and the canopies are self-supporting and won't tie to the buildings because we didn't want to get involved with dealing with 100-year-old building structures. These are all self-supporting. So their foundations go 15, 16 feet in the ground. And then they'll meet the wind load capability for the building. All that. So from the very beginning we got with DOT because the sidewalk along Jefferson Street, their right of way. They agreed from the beginning, yeah, we had to get a permit, but it's permittable. We went through several stages of plans, like normally in a project this size, 30%, 50%, 70% plan with the DOT. They were all for the project. Just for the final permit, they actually gave us a verbal that the permit was approved, we should get it soon. Somewhere in their legal department, somebody found one phrase in Florida Administrative Code that basically says, "Thou shalt be no obstructions in the right of way." And fire hydrants, traffic light posts, street lights, bridge abutments, all those things, they don't count as obstructions, but the legs, the supports for these balconies and that do. So they said at that point, they couldn't permit it. So that got us looking into options, and basically the only option was for them to no longer own the road, but they didn't have any say-so in it, they didn't care. The only real option of that was the Route 221 on Wright Road, which was built to DOT standards since it's the truck route 221. And that's how we got to where we are today, where we had to ask for the county's assistance in doing this because that portion of it's in the county. So we think it's an excellent project for the community. We think it's, if it gets built and rolled out, it's going to bring more investment to downtown, which we, hope to bring property value, which, brings property taxes and value goes up. But create more businesses, opportunities there, and that type of thing. This is good for the community in general. The city's got a CDBG grant, it's actually 2014 money. That's how long this has been working through all the different agencies. So about half the anticipated cost of the first phase is CDBG grant money, and about the other half of it is anticipated to be a portion of the 1-cent sales tax. DOT really only wanted one contact person on this in the beginning, so since it was mainly a city project, we volunteered to do that and coordinate with the county, which we were, working with the previous administrator and that, through that. That's kind of how we got to where we are today. We appreciate your cooperation in getting this done for the community. So I'll be happy to answer any other questions.
I think it sounds like a great project for downtown, and if it'll bring more businesses and more people, and I'm all for it. It sounds good.
The public reaction, because we had a lot of public meetings other than just council meetings meetings at the Women's Club and a lot of civic groups, and we were doing that downtown plan. And, you know, this was kind of what came out of that, what people wanted to see that, I think, so it had a lot of public support, at that time, so.
Well, I just want you to know, Bob, that this board supports y'all, and we support the project, we have all along. And it's unfortunate that, you know, things have gone the way that they did, but, you know, we're here today to, you know, do what we can.
Okay. We appreciate it, so, thank you all.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I guess we're at the point now, we need a motion. We've had the resolution read, and, are we ready to make a motion to approve this agreement?
I make a motion to approve this agreement.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Moody, a second by Commissioner Murphy. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That ends our business for this special meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move in there.
We've got a motion by Commissioner Page, second by Commissioner Moody. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Y'all have a good day.